Well, first of all, what I'd like to say is, obviously, I'd like this to happen today, and then we get back to the task at hand of what a great time in Kings history this is. This is really a phenomenal time. It's something that, I'm really, really enjoying. I'm proud to be a part of. When I say a part of, there's so many faces with Luke and everybody in the Kings organization that I've stayed close with, the fan base, and so again, it's a great time in Kings history. Even my 3-year-old little boy and my 5-year-old daughter really caught up in it. My 3-year-old boy wears his Kings jersey around the house, and this morning he wanted to make sure he played hockey with Dad, and let's hope that we can carry this on into California for years to come. Mark Messier was a great teammate, and Mark Messier once said, to win a Stanley Cup is almost like a miracle of so many things that have to happen correctly. I was fortunate enough with Edmonton to win 2 Stanley Cups, and then it took us till '93. We had some very good Kings teams here, right from '88 right on, and we were very, very close. We had a great division. Whoever we would beat out, and the other team then would win the Stanley Cup. So we knew how hard it was to get to the Stanley Cup Finals. We knew how hard it was to win. That's nothing that anybody could take for granted. Had I hoped that the organization would continue on, I think if you look back into when the trade first happened for Wayne and even Bruce McNall, the importance that was put on winning in this organization and growing the game. That one trade, the LA Kings and the trade for Wayne Gretzky, we really believe was at the time responsible for the teams in Florida, Dallas, San Jose, Anaheim. So I'd hope that we continue on to grow the game. But look in LA right now, the game is very, very alive and very well. So would I like to see them in the finals more? But it's something you can't take for granted. And I really, truly hope, and I said to Nelson Emerson and some guys that are working with the Kings now, really enjoy this. This is a great, great time. It's something that you'll always have the rest of your lives. We're always going to be hockey fans, whether 60, 65, 70 years of age. So the current Kings players who I stay away from, I give them their distance. You applaud their performance, and I really, truly hope they're enjoying this. Come on, I know somebody wants to get let's get the big elephant out of the room. Okay? I have been asked, and constantly people have texted my wife on reactions. They want to hear about the stick in 1993, and so it's okay, fellas. I'm a big boy. I can certainly. How I'm going to answer that, I think, is if you guys know me, and a lot of you do. I'm very honest. And I'm very frank. The thing that disappoints me most about this, I think that there's been a degree of sensationalism, a big degree of sensationalism, and I don't think there's been a lot of honesty. Did I have an illegal stick? Yes, I did. Did I stand up after the fact and say, listen, I had an illegal stick? Yes, I did. Things that have transpired since then, I don't think that there was a lot of honesty. And it was very, for me personally, it was very, very disappointed. I've always been honest with the fans and the media here in LA. I'm being honest with you now. That was very disappointing. And to kind of hear it come out, if it's going to come out, let's be honest about what happened. Let's be honest about the situation. Let's not sensationalize it. Let's be factual, and then we move on. And I had an illegal stick. I think that Barry Melrose, I think that Luc Robitaille, Peter Demers, different guys around have basically said what has happened. We all know that they pulled the stick rack into their locker room. That's honest and that's frank. Am I sitting here complaining? No. But that is what happened. Is it disappointing for me? Yes. It was disappointing for us collectively because we were a team. And boy, were we a tight-knit team. I think that Barry and Melrose did a phenomenal job that year of getting us together as a team. Would they have called somebody else? I think probably. Because they knew. There was a number of guys. I think we kind of treated it that time as almost like George Brett's pine tar. That's kind of how we treated it. To make a call like that is really, really gutsy. To find out later that they knew and how they knew was really, really disappointing. This is not a shot at the Montreal Canadiens because I think that Marc Bergevin, he's a friend of mine. I really hope he has success. As you guys know, I do some studio analyst work up in Canada, and I do some work here with Fox in Southern California, and I truly enjoy doing that, and I'm brutally honest on the air, and as I am right now. So that part really disappoints me, and I think that getting that out there whenever it comes up, I think is important. I think that everybody kind of snickers and chuckles behind the scenes about how they knew, and then come back to me. And I've read The Curse of Marty McSorley, The Curse of the Stick, and I think we all have to admit that's a large degree of sensationalism. They had a power play with 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. If they'd have scored in that, would that have been the curse of the LA Kings? We played well Game 3 and Game 4. We really did. I thought we outchanced them. We just didn't bury the puck to win the series, and that's in truth is the fact of it. It doesn't cross my mind. I got phone calls and different things from people, and most of the time people that aren't really informed, and that's okay. You know what? It is what it is. I'm a big boy. I really, really enjoy my relationship here in Southern California with the fan base. I think that if you guys were at the game the other night, before the game, I was there with Lappy and Tony Granado and a few guys, and this is a great time. It's a great time for us as alumni to come back. We do feel partly responsible in a really, really good way. We believe that we've helped to grow the fan base and part of the history of this team, and all the work that Luke is doing with the organization. Do we feel responsible? In a small way, yes, and that's a great, great feeling.